there a comment there? I feel like there's actually a comment there. Whoa. Ben Bader says, whoa. Was that from the last chat? Hello, friends. DiffeRant Jeff here live from my car. And if you look over my shoulder, you'll see my brand new splitting axe. Yes, because I am going to try to split a bunch of wood. If you will recall, some of you may recall that I had an issue with a flying squirrel recently that was really plaguing us. He kept landing on the roof in the middle of the night and scratching at the side of the house to try to get inside. And it went on for, I think, 5 weeks or so. Finally, a professional trapper was able to trap him and release him. And apparently the guy crawled up the tree and, but the result of that was twofold. Well, manyfold. Besides being exhausted and all that sort of stuff, I hired a tree company to trim back a bunch of the trees that were next to a forest. And I was like, maybe it's too accessible for the animals. So I trimmed back a bunch of trees, which it didn't have any effect, by the way. But they left a ton of wood, beautiful, gigantic cylinders of thick, huge wood, which I'm moving like 2 pieces at a time so I don't throw my back out again. But I want to make it into firewood. So yesterday I went out there and tried to hammer this like cast iron wedge thing that just had been sitting there since we moved in. I tried to hammer that in between and split the wood that way, and I could not. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just going to be bad. So I'm like, what do I do to split the wood? Do I get an axe? Do I get a splitting axe? Do I get more like sharp chisel thingies that you can slam in the middle of it? So today I just went and pulled the trigger and got a splitting axe. And I'm not a total wimp, but I'm also not like an outdoorsy like woodsman type guy. So like my toughness doesn't necessarily manifest itself in like chainsaws and axes and stuff. So I'm going to try really hard to split all that wood. And if I can split it successfully, I'm going to have awesome firewood for probably at least a couple years worth. So I just wanted to introduce you guys to my splitting axe over there. Hey, buddy. Hey. So happy to share this with him. And also tomorrow we have the roofers coming. This is the twofold thing about what the squirrel did. It's just crazy how the squirrel like opened up Pandora's box of like these big expenses. And so the roofers are coming tomorrow to repair a huge part of the roof siding, I should say, that is like just really busted up. So just one of those types of years. It seems like everyone always says the ultimate cliche, welcome to home ownership. We've been in this home for a little over 2.5 years, and there have been a lot of things that we've had to do. Anyways, hello friends, DiffeRant Jeff here, live from my car. And I just wanted to basically chit chat, catch up, talk about this week. It's been a really cool week for me. And if anybody wants to chat, hear how your week is going. And just kind of touch base on what's coming up and how things are going. First and foremost, I wanted to thank my first 2 channel members for joining. We have Ottermona, who's my first channel member who joined. And thank you very much, Ottermona. And also known as Ramona. And my second channel member in DiffeRant Jeff Stars tier is Tulips and Cats. They're tulips and cats. Tulips and cats. They're tulips and cats. Or maybe the cats are tulips. I need to wear red flannel and sing lumberjack songs from Monty Python to succeed in splitting wood. All right. Do I have a red flannel? Funny enough, my little dude is wearing red flannel pajamas. It's a little bit chilly this week, so maybe I could borrow his. You think he'll let me borrow it? Hopefully he'll let me borrow it. I'm just like have this like weird fear that I'm gonna chop my legs off. A quick side note. So thanks to my channel members, Ottermona and Tulips and Cats. That was not an official song for you, Tulips and Cats, but I could do better. But I just wanted to. A song was not promised, in fairness, but you are worthy of songs and then some. By the way, Ottermona, I just caught my mistake in the cameo. By the way, I was like, I did it right. Owen. And then I watched it and I realized I said Lisa. And I went back and read your message and I see that I believed it said Lisa. It wasn't a slip. It was just in my mind, it was a lowercase L. I just an error. I'm really sorry about that. Really sorry. And you know me, I'm pissed off about myself. I was like cursing under my breath. Like I'm gonna cut myself. I'm gonna cut myself deeply. No, I'm kidding. But so in some of the, I like to make kindling. We love to make a good fire here. And there was a firewood pile when we moved in, and it's gradually dwindling. But I make the kindling, and that's like I cut down the saplings that grow. It's the woods is not my property, but the saplings have been like growing up and like coming over the fence. So I chop those down and then I make kindling out of them. It's kind of like a little, not like a hobby, I wouldn't say, but it's like a nice little like practice I like to do just to be peaceful. And so I got myself a Japanese nata. It's called a nata. It's this type of, it's a Japanese hatchet. It's a straight blade that kind of juts forward just a little bit, very sharp, has kind of a flat end. And I had seen someone in a wilderness video using one. And I got a really cheap one on Amazon last year. And I was using it to split some wood to make kindling. This happened in the spring. And it slipped off and cut into my, I was going ambidextrous because I had to do everything ambidextrous to prove, lefty, you could do it too, buddy. That's like a part of my personality. And I cut into my, right about here. And it hurts so bad. And I probably needed stitches, but it's doing good now. I went to the urgent care and he gave me a sticker. I know, but I really do feel bad about that, seriously. And I feel like I need to do something to make that right. I don't know. I'll come up with something, definitely. But you've done so much for me, and to make a mistake, I know it's totally understandable. I know you're not upset, but still I feel bad. You need to tell Ilsa. I'm going to talk to Ilsa. Rocky is going to talk to Ilsa, and I have to really like read the description again. I just saw it. It was, everything was happening really fast. Came home from swimming and I saw it. Very happy, grateful, very grateful for that. But another thing about chopping wood, the topic is not chopping wood. I have notes. The topic is not chopping. The chopic is not chopping wood. Oh my gosh. I'm almost recovered from being so tired this week, but I guess not. I guess I'm not. A little bit of this is not my DiffeRant Jeff mug, okay? I ordered a mug from my own merch store. My DiffeRant Jeff shirt is dirty. And last week I pulled it out of the hamper, but I wasn't going to do that again. It's actually in the wash right now. And I ordered a DiffeRant Jeff mug. And this isn't it. This is not it because it's taking forever to print. I'm very frustrated. I've sold 2 pieces of merch, a hat and a hoodie. And the hat came quickly, and the hoodie was a little slow to arrive. I was disappointed, but it got there. And the t-shirt I ordered for myself just to test it. I liked it. It came pretty quickly. But the mug is still printing. It's been over 3 weeks, and I'm very frustrated. I don't want my supporters who end up choosing to buy that mug to have to deal with this. So I reached out to the manufacturer to say, what's the deal? I'm thinking about changing companies for the shipping for the merch store, but the next best merch store, it's called Spread Shop, I think. They require taking such intense cookies. You know, cookies, like this site uses cookies. I was going to use it, and they're like, you can click which cookies you allow. And so I clicked to see, because I did the research, and Spring and Spread Shop are the 2 ones that are most used. Spring is the most popular one that I've seen. Everyone uses it that I follow. But I've seen some people with Spread Shop, and people say Spread Shop's better because you can set your prices and it's different, and you can set your prices lower, but you take less profit, but you can set it. It's too much info. But the cookies that they wanted to take, social security number, address, cell phone, everything, that they're gonna like use that data, and I just could not allow myself to click it. So I'm just gonna have to deal with waiting forever about the mug. But soon I should have a mug that takes too long to be made. But I'm very grateful to everybody. Oh, just a quick to finish the chopping story, if anybody cares. But I have a hatchet, I have a little saw, I have knives, I have all sorts of stuff, but I didn't have an axe or actually my wife got me a mini battery powered chainsaw last year, which I used a little bit, and that doesn't feel too dangerous. It was okay. Knock on wood. Paper's wood. But I was using so when I was making You're Fired, James, my first feature film, there was a scene where I wanted James chops wood. I don't know if you've seen it, and if you remember that scene, he's chopping wood, trying to make firewood, actually, for his neighbor. The story is that the neighbor didn't want the firewood to be made, and it was his favorite tree, and the whole thing was like a little joke. But I have this dead stump in the backyard that looks like it's been chopped down like 15 years ago. It's all like rotten and like old, small. And I thought, if I take my hatchet and chop up this stump, it'll look like it was a fresh cut. So let me just go and hack at it with my hatchet. I was just thinking too fast. And I took like 1, 2, and the second swing, only God was there to protect me, because I truly deserved what I could have gotten in that moment. The hatchet glanced off the stump and missed my left shin and muscle to the side of my shin by like a centimeter, and my heart was pounding. I was so mad, so upset. How to be so stupid to make such an error, because that could have been pretty serious. Because when I cut my finger, it was freaking bad. It still hurts. That was in like April or May. This is actually, I'm just getting pretty good now. But Probably needed a stitch, but I think I cut a nerve. And the urgent care guy just put a Band-Aid on it. And he like pressed the Band-Aid right on the boo-boo. I was like, ow! He's like, oh, yeah, sorry. I'm like, come on, man. And then he gave me a tetanus shot. All right, enough about all that. Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Whoever's here, whoever will watch this later, whatever it is, these live streams have been kind of fun. They've been helping to get a little watch time. So I want to talk about watch time quickly. And I do want to talk about this week. I'm going to give a little bit, some details about my experience this week. I did a concert in New York City and it was really awesome. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. And then, you know, if nobody has much to say, then I'll just cut it a little short today, but that's cool. But the watch time is doing really good. I am currently on the hunt for 4,000 watch hours, as you know, because 4,000 watch hours is the complete monetization, in which case I can put advertisements on my channel and I'll start to earn pennies, nickels, dimes on each video. And, you know, when a video does really well, like this week's Sister Wives video is currently up to like 780 views right now, which is 700, let's say. I don't know exactly, but it's pretty good. It's very good. But now I'm getting like spoiled. I'm like, oh, I want to get to 1,000. I want my views. I want my videos to get to 10,000. I want to gotta push past that next level, but it's just, there's a big audience out there. I'm just hoping that YouTube will get those people to find me. But so we're hunting for 4,000. The good news is it's been going up really well. As I've told you last time, my monthly channel watch time target was around 320 hours or so. That way I knew in a year, in 12 months, I would be monetized. And right now I'm at 800 watch hours for this 28-day period, which is awesome. So happy. It went down a little bit last week, down to like 780, 750. And now it's back up to like 802. So I've never gone higher than that ever. So if I keep producing decent videos and you guys keep enjoying them, then I should be able to go. As always, I know you all are doing what you can. Watch a couple extra videos if you have a few spare minutes. Most of them are very short. Most of them. Some of them are longer. If you can watch my feature films or my longer videos, that really helps with the watch time. But you have to actually watch it, and it helps if you like and comment, just because YouTube sees that engagement, and then it's like, okay, I'm going to show this to someone else. So the watch time as of today is at 3,445. Woohoo! Anybody who's following closely knows that that's actually jumped up pretty quickly. So I was thinking it's going to take 6 more months to get to 4,000, but now I'm thinking maybe 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks. I don't know. And that's going to be such a huge accomplishment. I've been working so hard for this. So that's going awesome. And since I achieved partial monetization a week or two ago, that was when I hit 3,000 watch hours. I think, let's say 2 weeks ago. I don't even know. That's where I was able to put a merch shop on my channel to receive super chats in my live streams and during my premieres, and to get super thanks on all my videos, which is a way that you can tip me. If you see the little heart with the $sign on all my videos, you can do that. I've received now 4 tips so far. 1 super chat, 4 tips. I've sold 2 pieces of merch, and I have 2 channel members. So I've gotten a little bit of everything, which is so awesome. So excluding Patreon, excluding Cameo, excluding merch, I earned about $15 or $16 so far on my YouTube channel. And that is major to me. That is major, because I've only had it for a couple of weeks. If I could earn I don't know. I don't even know. Obviously, I want to be able to support myself from this, but as a supplemental income, if I can get a few $100 a month here and there, that would really be nice. But we're going for the stars. We're pushing for the stars. We're going to keep rocking, keep trying to get better. Anyway, so I just wanted you guys to know that everything is happening, and people are clicking on the merch. We haven't sold anything through the merch store on the channel yet. I only sold through a direct link that I shared with my best supporter. So, but I'm eager to have that happen. And check the perks out in the channel membership, because okay, that brings up the next topic. Let's talk about the video I posted yesterday that didn't quite hit its audience. I wanted to do a contest, and I'm still doing it. It's still open. It's a contest to help me design an emoji. So for people who join my channel membership in the DiffeRant Jeff's crew membership, which is I think $2.99 a month, I believe. Ottermona or Other Mona? By the way, when you changed it to Ottermona, that really made me laugh. Oh, wow, that's so cute with the little. Oh, thank you so much. I got my second super chat. Ottermona, I owe you. I don't know what I'm gonna do to pay you back or something, but I really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, that's very nice. You've done too much. You've done too much. I feel kind of bad, but I feel good. I feel good. Thank you. I'm really glad to hear about the strike, by the way. That is awesome. That is really awesome. I was kind of scared that was going to be very long and gruesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's awesome. So if you are in the DiffeRant Jeff's Crew membership level, you have access to a badge, which is kind of just a colorful star that goes next to your name and all your comments, so people will see that's a member, and then it gives you priority. I think it gives priority comment reply, but I reply to everybody immediately anyway at this point. But later on, that will help when I'm have too many people to reply to, then that will be worthwhile. But the other perk you get is custom emoji usage. So I've made 4 emojis that I designed, and they're now usable by my 2 channel members and myself, and they're kind of cute. I got Cody Mad. I've got literally on the floor, which is for like laughing. I have dead, which is like a skull with the tongue sticking out. Because a lot of people say I'm deceased, which makes me laugh. I love when people are deceased for humor, for humor purposes only. So I put that one out there for those people. And then the 4th one, which is probably going to be the one that's going to go, is ridiculous. And it's just like this deadpan look with kind of like and I think that one's going to go. Actually, I think 2 or maybe even 3 of them are going to go, because I like the Cody Mad one. I have a suggestion, was going to be the Pouting Robin, and then Ramona suggested a really brilliant riff on that. We're actually turning it into an actual robin, the bird. And I really do think that's a brilliant idea. So I'm probably going to add that one in no matter what. So in advance of whether anybody else participates in this contest or not, shout out to Ramona, Ottermona, Othermona, etc., etc. You switch it to Ottermona. That really made me laugh because I didn't notice it at first. Apparently I'm dyslexic, because I think capital L's are lowercase i's and H's are T's, and what else? I might be a little. There's definitely something going on in there. Anyway, so the contest is up. It's out. I want you all to, if you're watching this video, the contest will be alive for a couple more days. I'll leave it alive. And then if not, I'm just going to design some new ones. I have a couple ideas. I think I can improve on the emojis. But my idea was that people comment in that video, which I posted yesterday. It's a full post. It's not a live stream from yesterday. And you comment below your idea for an emoji. Like, I think you should do one where you're grimacing in pain, or just like anything, like something. And then I'll make my version of that. And then everybody has to vote on those comments. So it's kind of like what I did with a couple previous contests I tried to do, where you make a suggestion in the comments, and then all of the supporters read everyone else's comments and like them or not. And so, but so far no one has suggested anything. Although ACN gave me a heart, which I think was just support. But I take that as a suggestion that I designed my own heart. And so if nothing else comes, ACN will win for that suggestion. And I'm going to make my own DiffeRant Jeff heart, because I feel like there's lots of good vibes out there and love. And so maybe people would want to use the DiffeRant heart. So it would be probably some sort of a special heart with my backwards R in the middle. Okie dokie. So that's what's up with that. I talked about this, that, the other thing, that my new channel members. Hey, everyone, don't be shy. Join up if you want. I know no one has a lot of extra cash hanging around. I definitely don't. I'm about to freaking give this roofer. Well, maybe I do. I'm not in debt. That counts for a lot. I'm about to give this roofer guy tomorrow a decent amount of money. It's not like a whole roof being done, but I had to go take out cash because I could save myself like all the tax and whatever. And I was like, all right. So I went to the bank and got a bunch of cash as well as a wood splitter. That was my errand today. But yeah, if you have a couple extra bucks, join the channel just to get the numbers up. Or, you know, I got a super thanks from another supporter this week as well. So that was cool to know that there's other people getting engaged. You know, it's awesome. I'm very grateful. Okay, next video upcoming on the channel is, you know, you all know that I'm doing the Sister Wives chronologically as well as the new ones. I was gonna do the season 5 finale of Sister Wives for this weekend, but this week has been chaotic, and it's a 43-minute episode, and I know that it's going to be a juicy one, so I think I need to give it a little more time. So several people have been asking for more Duggars, so I decided to watch a Duggars. It was actually the 17 Kids and Counting. It's season 1 of the Duggars. It's when they have the role reversal for the kids. So where am I even looking? That's something to notice about. I always notice about people. I was like, I guess I don't think I'm watching myself. I hate when people do a video and they look at themselves. This is fun. I like you want to look at the camera. That's what I should be doing. I'll work on that. I'm not trying to watch myself. I'm not, because actually when I start watching myself right now, I'm losing my train of thought. That's not what I have. I don't know what I've been doing. Where have I don't know. Doesn't matter, does it? Sip of coffee. So I'm doing a Duggars. I watched an episode of the Duggars this week, and I took notes, and I wrote it. And I'm actually, as soon as my son wakes up from his nap, I'm running upstairs to film it. It's pretty funny because it's a good episode because it's about the role reversal of the chores between all the boys and all the girls in the family. And what's up, Bent Bader? How you doing? Is that the right way to pronounce it? Bent Bader? Yeah, Bader, I think. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate you coming in last time too as well. Good to see you. So Duggars will be released hopefully tomorrow, if not Sunday. It's a little hard to do the same day film edit situation, but you know me, I like to get them out as soon as possible. So that's what's coming next. And then of course, new Sister Wives will be out in a day or two. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I notice when I do my live streams vertically, they get into the shorts feed and many people will see them. But what I've discovered was the watch time disappears. It disappears. Is that fair? That's such garbage. I guess YouTube does the legwork and they force the video to a larger audience, so they figure they're the one who's getting you the engagement. So I can kind of understand that. Yeah, buddy skills. But all right, so that's what's going on this week. Things have been awesome. It's been a really awesome week. I wanted to talk a little bit. It took me 20 minutes to get to the meat of the topic. I want to talk about this week. It's not fair. What's not fair? No, I'm not done. I got some more to say. Thank you again for being here. I think last week, did you join at the end? And I was like, okay, I'm going. But I've been going for an hour at that point, in fairness. Poor everyone who was watching, I felt so bad. I'm like, did this guy shut up? But meaning me. But okay, so this week was huge. I did a concert in the city. So you guys know me, or if you don't, I'm an actor, full-time actor, out of work, full-time actor. And well, actually, I'm in work now because I made $15 this week. Praise the Lord. But actually, it's $20. It's $20 now, isn't it? And more, and then more, because I got a new cameo request today. I do cameos. I have Patreon. I have 2 Patreon supporters who have been very generous in supporting me for several months now. And yeah, I think I've been pushing these things all way too much. So I have to chill. But I just have to make sure everybody's aware that they're out there, and then pressure. But on the Patreon, I shared, actually, for example, on my Patreon this week, I shared a full uncut live video recording from my gig that I did on Monday night in New York City at 54 Below, which, if you don't know, 54 Below is a concert venue for Broadway performers mostly, and other people. Can I check your account? Not right now. I'm not sure why. For what reason? Later on, I can, if you leave a comment on one of my full videos, like say yesterday I posted a video, or leave a comment on one of my full videos and I'll click on your account. But what do you need me to check? What's the deal? Anyways, 54 Below, Fertz Viral. Oh, you want people to check your channel out? Okay, what do you do on your channel, Bent Bader? Tell me, what do you do on your channel, please? I'm happy to, if it's, I can't advertise other people's content unless I know what it is, but everybody is free to check out whatever they want. But are you making content? What's the deal? Are you making content? You wanted to learn about getting monetized last week, I think, right? Well, we'll chat more, but keep trucking. Best thing I could say, because I don't know much about it. It took me a long time to even get partially monetized, is you got to keep grinding. Find your niche, make 5 videos in 1 week and see which one, and try different niches for each video. So, do one about this, one about that. Business about you algorithm, how you beat the YouTube algorithm. That's what your channel's about? Because I didn't beat it. Oh, maybe that's what yours about. That's great. That's an awesome topic. You should get viewers from that. People are always trying to find out how to do that. Good luck. I hope it's working out for you. But yeah, the best thing I learned was finding a topic that there was an audience that, and there's really not a lot of people that are doing it. Victoria, you made it. Woohoo! You didn't miss it. Thank you. Thanks for joining, Victoria. How are you doing? I keep trying to alternate the, you got no views. Dude, I know that feeling. Trust me, you're not alone. There's so many people who know. Obviously, you're doing all the hashtags and the keywords and all that, I'm assuming. Just keep trying. Have you done shorts? You do vertical shorts, you'll get some views. Even if, just keep trying. These are all the basic tips that everyone says. You probably already know this, so don't hate me for giving you obvious advice. Work on your lighting. Make sure you have good sound. This is a bad example because I have decent lighting right now, but I have terrible, you can get one of these things if you have a little dough. This is not too expensive. You need to make sure you're lighting yourself, and you make sure you have good sound. Give them a good clean picture. I'm using my phone. This is relatively clear. It's not so bad. But for my full videos, I use a Sony A7 III, which actually has some pretty nice qualities for cinematic. People like to see stuff that looks good. Don't want you to waste their time. Anyways, keep rocking, keep rocking. Make several videos in a week and see which one does well, and try to figure out why, even if it gets 1 view or 2 views or more. But I don't want to spend too much time on that today. But good luck, brother. Where are you in Australia? Me? I'm not in Australia. I don't know if is that what that comment disappeared. I'm not in Australia. You're in Australia? Good for you, man. Australia seems very cool to me. I've always admired Aussies. They seem like they're always like such a great energy, such great spirit. But no, I'm in the United States. But so basically, I was trying to say about I did my concert at 54 Below this week on Monday, and it was thank you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I wish you luck. I do. Keep me posted. You know, keep joining the lives or comment on the full videos if you want. But if you're trying to get people to over to your stuff, I don't know if my viewers will go over or not, but absolutely keep trucking. I've done that before too. Drop it on someone else's live and try to get people to come over. But keep trucking. Don't give up. Do not give up. You got to keep at it for a while. So I am an actor. As you know, I did Broadway shows, touring. I did a tour. My biggest job was to play Troy Bolton in the national tour of Disney's High School Musical. We did the world premiere stage production in Atlanta at the Theater of the Stars, which is humongous, beautiful theater. We did that. This is 17 plus years ago now. And I played Troy Bolton, and it was an amazing job. I was like, this is my big break. We did the tour. We went around the country for a year and a half, and it was, you do 8 shows, and then you travel on your day off. So it's exhausting, and you sign autographs and all sorts of cool stuff. It was an amazing gig, and it's exhausting. And when it was over, I was like ready to move on, and things kind of got quiet after that. But what we did this week was an awesome dude, Jelani, who's in Back to the Future on Broadway right now, good friend. He arranged a reunion concert where he got as many of us together as he could to gather up. So we had one rehearsal on Sunday. So I had to be in this. I'm not as close to the city anymore. I'm still gonna go into the city for work, and I'll just be commuting, and that's cool because I'm in the burbs now. But I had to get to the city at 10 a.m. on Sunday, and we had a 4-hour rehearsal, and that's all we had. One rehearsal, and then Monday we were in there at the venue. And it's funny because Saturday night I couldn't sleep. There was all stuff happening. I can't remember what was going on. We had like one reason or the other. I just slept so bad. Woke up at like a minute before 6 on Sunday, and this vocal track is super demanding. There's a thing called skrelting, which I like to say I'm one of the best in the world at. It's a type of singing that's like it's like scream belt. It's a known term mostly on Broadway, skrelting, and it's just kind of like gritty thing. But I could do all types of singing. But anyway, when I do this track and some of the other tracks, I really like it goes into that skrelty part of my voice, which is my favorite thing to do. But it is pretty taxing, and you have to be conditioned to it. And I haven't been doing a whole lot of that lately. So we had this long rehearsal on no sleep on Sunday. I went in there, sang a bunch, and immediately I want to like represent myself. I'm like, I'm here. I'm still as good as I always was, because I've been sort of like out in the wilderness, and I want to be like, not literally, but sort of, I am here. I am here, and I can still do it. And please call me, book me. I need a new gig, please. It's weird. I want a new show, but I also am so thrilled by this YouTube journey that I don't want to sacrifice any of my time. It's weird. That's why if there's some way that I could truly support myself from this, which I think will happen hopefully eventually, but I also know that even people with large channels, they don't make that much from the channel ads. So we'll just have to wait and see how well we can do. But so my voice was immediately fatigued. So we're sitting in this rehearsal room on Sunday, loud piano right in front of you, 20 people in the ensemble behind us, and you don't have a microphone for rehearsal. So you're singing, and immediately, and I'm singing my face off, singing my guts out. And I was immediately like, oh boy, am I going to make it? I know I'm going to make it. I'm known for having really tough vocal cords, being strong, having good chops, and I made it. Spoiler, I got through it, and I did really well. I'm really proud of myself. So anybody who really wants to see, I may post a shortened version on YouTube, but I can't, it's not my copyrighted material, so I can't monetize it. So I'd have to, I may, but I posted the full uncut version of this one song I did called Bet on It, which is from High School Musical 2, which is a brand new song for me this week. I didn't know that one because I didn't do High School Musical 2. I just did High School Musical 1. And it's a beautiful song. The lyric really brings something out of me. And I did it, and it was like a moment. And getting to see the old friends and sing. We sang the whole show in this concert on Monday. We did 2 concerts Monday. Bert's. Oh, here's your other account. Thanks, dude. Thank you. Good to know. This guy wants people to check out his account. He has a page about how to beat the YouTube algorithm and stuff. And it's tough. It's tough sledding out there. So check him out if you're curious. Anyway, it was a great time. It was a great time. We did 2 concerts, and it was just lots of like hugs and stuff. But getting through it, my voice was toasted. I was like, in between the 2 shows, everyone was like, "We went out for dinner. You can get free food." The one of the guys was very generous. He was going to pay for everyone's food. He was going to pay for everyone, and I was like, I just walked out. Everyone walked out the door and turned right, and I walked out and turned left. It's like a typical me thing. And they were like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "I need to go and just sit quietly." So I got a soup and sat in Central Park and just like chilled and like regrouped. And I had a thing full of salt water that I made at home. I have all my like remedies, my Ricolas, and all this stuff that I do. It's so funny. I have these like all these exercises I do, and I gargled with salt water. I chugged my water. I did my coconut water. I did my this, my that, my everything. My wife made me like a homemade healthy version of Gatorade that was really good. She won't let me drink Gatorade anymore. Love her. Great girl. So anyway, it was awesome. That's all I could say. And when people start sending the videos out, I don't know if you all know that feeling in some version of your life. But if you've been a performer, Victoria, I know you would understand. It's like when it's kind of like being able to watch what you did. If you're happy about it, it's like a present. It's like a gift to be able to see it back. And in this video, I was saying, I think I probably already said, but Victoria, I'm not sure if I said this before. I put the full uncut version of that song on my Patreon yesterday or 2 days ago, and I'm debating on if I'm going to share a shortened clip on my YouTube. I always want to make sure I'm giving something special to my Patreon people, but I could share the shortened clip probably. But if you're curious, and I know that's asking a lot, but I'll try to share it. I got all the other clips today. The guy just sent them to me, so I'm going to post. I also post stuff on my Instagram. There you go. I don't need to promote my Instagram. I'm not like trying to make that a business, but I have an Instagram called DiffeRant Jeff. I have 1,000. I just got 1,000. The co-star of that musical has a huge following. She was Jasmine in Aladdin. She's a really talented, wonderful person, and she shared a post with me the other day, and all of a sudden my channel was getting a lot of action, or my Instagram got a lot of action from that. So it's very nice when people share. So I got some extra followers on my Instagram. I posted 2 singing clips on my Instagram from this week. One was from the rehearsal, and the other one was from that song that I really, really, really love called Bet on It. So I'm going to post more on my Instagram. So if you really want it, at the very least, you can go to my Instagram right now and see that shortened clip. And I may or may not share it on YouTube later. I'm just not sure. I just haven't decided yet, but I probably will because I'm proud of it. But, anyways, that's pretty much it. It was an awesome week, but it kind of left me, people are like, "What are you doing? Where are you?" Don't worry about it. It's okay. I know what that's like, so don't worry. You don't owe me anything else. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. That's a nice comment to make. Anybody out there been affected? Let me know. Did I know Momki or Isaac? I don't think so. No, I don't know those people. How would I know? How would I know them? What are they? Are those? I don't think so. No. Yes, good point. Any of the followers out there affected by Helene, the storm? My family was affected by it to some degree. A couple of my brothers and my father were down south, and they were affected. And then one of my brothers is helping restore power to the Carolinas right now. He's a real hero. Those people, there's people doing work. Amen, Mumki. I don't know, Momik. I don't know what that is, but maybe that's other YouTubers. I don't know. I'm not like really up on all the other things. I'm like so focused on doing my own stuff that I don't probably know like what's hip and out there. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what's happened, especially in North Carolina. I can't even fathom. I've seen some stuff of like a mom who was watching her parents with her child. So it was grandparents and a child, and the mom was watching, and then the house like collapsed into the water and they all died, and the mom had to like watch it. And there's even like photos. She even was taking photos. I don't know if you saw that. Can't even imagine what the terror. We're so lucky. I'm so lucky. Thank God that, and just, yeah, thanks for the reminder, Ramona. It's a good thought. there's a lot of tropical systems out there right now. I watch the weather pretty crazy, but I don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks, but there's something in the Gulf that looks like it's got its eye on Florida, but it hasn't turned into anything. And then there's a couple out in the Atlantic, one that's not going to affect us, but maybe we'll go towards the UK. I don't know. And then God bless you as well. Thank you. God is good. Love God. God is everything. And then there's another one behind that storm that may be coming towards the East Coast, but it's hard to tell. It's a little too soon to tell. I'll just say it was an awesome week. It was an awesome week getting to go in there in the city, and people were asking me, what am I doing? Where, what am I auditioning? What's going on? And I'm like, I'm here. I'm auditioning. I don't know why I can't get that next big break, but I'm here and I'm still ready to go. And so it was really, really, really happy and positive, but also just a touch of like, it's been several years since I've had a really solid job in the city and it's just weird. Auditioning is so freaking hard. I know I'm doing good auditions, but I can't even get callbacks right now. But at least I got to go in there this week, sing my heart out, and have people say, you got it, you got it. Someone who I admire very much, he played Phantom in Phantom of the Opera for a year. He told me my voice was one of his all-time favorite voices. And I said, I'm gonna frame that. That was very, very, very kind. Awesome. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today, guys. I wanted to catch up, tell you what's going on, and it's been a super special week. And last but not least, I just want to make a quick touch on the Fifth Wife update. You are? Yeah. Maybe you would know him. His name is Ron Bomer. He's a beautiful singer, awesome guy. He was in the High School Musical tour with me. He played Phantom many years ago, but he's a really talented, I know, it was pretty sweet. I was like, especially because we're talking about that style of singing that's called squelting, which is very like edgy. It's almost like I could be in like a rock, like a metal band. And then that's why I get a lot of crap when I sing in my Broadway shows, because my last show that I did, Kinky Boots, I understudied, and every time I would go on, I would do a little of that squelting because it felt appropriate. Cyndi Lauper was a part of my Kinky Boots. She composed the music for it, and she saw me. I don't know if I ever told you all this. This is my like name dropping moment. But Cyndi Lauper worked on Kinky Boots. She composed the music, and she was involved the entire time. And I knew her, and she was, but she, we didn't work like, we weren't like personally like tight friend-wise, but we were engaged with the same project for 9 years. And she came to see me when I was on for the lead of the show that I understudy. See, she's amazing. She's a true genius, and I really love her. She came, I didn't know she was out there, so I go on for the lead a lot in that show. And they were always giving me crap about, oh, sing it this way, sing it that way, sing it this way, sing it that way. Never like telling me, just do you, because when you're an understudy, you really have to fit the mold of the other guys. I understand, but also to a certain degree, it's like, I have skills. And like, if you let me do my thing, you won't be disappointed. And she was out there, and all of a sudden, like, we're doing the bows, and I'm doing the bows, and I'm all happy. I did a pretty good show, and I'm all sweaty. It's like, oh, when you go on for an understudy, it's like, it's a freaking rush. Because no matter how many times you do it, it's still like, there's just so much going on, and you're in somebody else's dressing room, and somebody, it's like, and someone was like, do you know who's here tonight? I'm like, no, who? They're like, Cindy. And she's backstage. She wants to talk to you. And I was like, what? Because she's never like seen me sing the solo ever in the whole run, because it was, she didn't come to understudies, rehearsal, and all that stuff. And so she was waiting for me stage left. So after the bows, I like went over stage left. I was all sweaty. And she, I agree. Well, I agree. But, it's like it's a factory in some ways. They really try really hard. The people who run the show on the day-to-day basis, their job is to like keep everything in that same mold, which I understand and I do respect, but also I was doing the show for 7 years, and I'm a freaking artist. I'm like a true guy. Like, let me do my thing. So she was waiting for me stage left, and she told me that I have it. I have what it takes. And she's like, you're going to be the next lead in the show. And she says, you just keep doing what you're doing, sing like a Mack truck, and you'll never be denied. And she was like implying that that's what I was doing. She says, you have this honesty and innocence about you that is so good. And then she even had this super expensive voice teacher that she sees like multiple times a week. Could you imagine? Cyndi Lauper still sees her voice teacher at multiple times a week. And she said, I'm a little busy this week, so why don't you take my lessons with this lady? And she gave them to me for free. And this was not something that happens. She gave me her number. We were back and forth texting a little bit. And I got to take, 3 or 4 lessons for free from her unbelievable teacher who taught me some things that I teach my students now. I have a couple students. There's 2 students right now. But it was just so cool. But the sad part of that's one of the best things that ever happened for me, that she saw it. She got it. It takes an artist to see another artist sometimes. But I did not get promoted. After all that happened, the next time the promotion came up and I was so eager, I didn't get it. They didn't call my name. They didn't even say maybe you. It was not even close. And I was very upset. And from that point on, I became more and more the squeaky wheel, whining and like, why aren't you putting me on more? And arguably, I became very annoying to people. So, oopsie, sorry. And here I am in my car several years later, wondering what happened and what will happen next. But I'm very grateful. And I'm working on The Fifth Wife, my third feature film based on The Sister Wives, and I have filmed about 10 pages of a 58-page script. I haven't made progress this week. It's been very, very, very busy week, but I have edited the first 2 scenes. So I'm gonna move like really like once I'm gonna go. And so that's awesome. That's what's going on. And I'm gonna film my new short tonight, which is gonna be a Duggar short. My next short's gonna be a Duggar short, which will come out either tomorrow or Sunday. And I'm gonna do a little work on The Fifth Wife. And I guess that's pretty much it. I'm toasted now. I'm done. It's been awesome. Thanks for joining the live. If you have any questions, any thoughts before I log off, please let me know as I sip my not DiffeRant Jeff mug. Oh, YouTube tutorials. Thank you so much, Ramona. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much, and for the cameo order. I can't wait to get into that character. I have not done Rocky since the day I recorded that song and did that short, which was in the very beginning of COVID, really. I probably was in 2020, if not the early 21. But YouTube, I thought about doing tutorials. I have actually thought about doing it as a way to gain more different types of audiences, but I have a lot of different styles that I was posting on my channel. Like this time last year, I was posting vlogs while I played golf. I was doing little camp cooking things. I was doing balloon popping videos. Don't even talk to me about that. I'm embarrassed. I finally deleted all those because they were getting me tons of followers, but they were not converting to watch my comedy. And they would sometimes be like, will you sit on a balloon? And I was like, no. And so I just deleted them all one by one. But as far as doing tutorials on YouTube, yeah, I might do that. I might, but it's a question of, is that confuse the algorithm? And I could do it on I have a YouTube page called John Jeffrey Martin, which I haven't posted anything on in a long, it has 30 subscribers. I also have a YouTube page called Goo Goo Baby Sensory. I bet you didn't know that. Is a baby sensory channel that I started last year, thinking I could get all these followers and it was going to be easy. And I made like 15, 20 or 30 really basic, simple animations and weird little songs that like babies could sit and zone out to watch. Cause I saw some people were making huge like progress on their channels that way. And it was just hard work because I was still doing this channel. So I stopped. The channel's still up there and it has like 60 subscribers, I think. So didn't work out, but I also don't agree in sensory baby stuff. I think it's awful, but as a separate channel, maybe I could do it on my John Jeffrey Martin page, but then it's just weird. Yeah, I may. It's a good idea. I'm not saying no. Thank you. Thanks for the thought. But I do teach lessons via Zoom, and I have one in-person student. So that's pretty sweet. Very sweet. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for being a supporter. And I appreciate you guys very, very much. And just to know that I can come here and do a live and a couple people will watch makes me feel good. So thanks again for the support. And I'll probably go live again next week. I'll probably keep doing at least once a week as long as people seem to enjoy. And we'll see. Okay. Have an awesome day, everybody. Stay safe out there. Thank you.